and welcome to today's edition of the News in Brief, brought to you by
Graphic Communication is giving you the opportunity to have news not only in hard copy but also in a digital form. Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Visit us on graphic.com.gh for further information. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
In the headlines, President Akufo-Addo touts achievements in final State of the Nation address. Supreme Court quashes whole High Court order against Amewu. Ghana Police Service outlines security arrangements for presidential inauguration. And suspect dies in police custody barely 24 hours after arrest. Now the news in brief. President Akufo-Addo on Tuesday addressed the 7th Parliament of the Fourth Republic for the last time and touted the achievements of his government in the past 4 years. Among the achievements listed by the president is bringing peace to Dagbon. President Akufo-Addo, in a brief State of the Nation address, also mentioned the free senior high school, planting for food and jobs, one constituency, one ambulance, and recruitment and retooling of security services as great achievements of his leadership. He urged members of the next parliament to work together in the interest of Ghanaians.
The excellently executed policy for planting for food and jobs has laid the foundation for the agricultural transformation of our country. We are able to say that our country is now a net exporter of food, and we no longer have to import basic foods like plantain and tomatoes. On assumption of office, we decided to tackle the problem with renewed vigor. Luckily for all of us, the three eminent chiefs who had been at the helm of the peace process since 2002 did not relent on their commitment or enthusiasm for the cause of peace. Our efforts bore fruit. A historic settlement was reached, and peace has been restored to Dagbon.
The Supreme Court has quashed an order of the whole High Court which placed an injunction on the gazetting of the new Patriotic Party MP-elect for Hohoe, John Peter Amewu. The Apex Court also paved the way for the Electoral Commission to present Mr. Amewu to Parliament as the MP-elect for Hohoe. In a unanimous decision on Tuesday, January 5, a 5-member panel of the Apex Court held that the whole High Court had no jurisdiction to grant 2 orders. In questioning all the proceedings of the whole High Court on December 23, 2020, the Supreme Court said the orders by the High Court were in the nature of parliamentary election petition, but the original case was a human rights violation case, and therefore the whole High Court had no jurisdiction.
We're happy that justice has been served. Right from the outset, our contention was that the action filed at the High Court who was incompetent, was totally out of order, because you cannot seek an election petition relief in a human rights action. And today, the court has held to the same effect, that it was unjustified for them to have commenced an election petition and characterize him as a human rights action. So we're very grateful. And I think that it's also important for me to place on record certain misconceptions and misperceptions that have been made about the intervention of the Attorney General in this matter. And that is clearly because the Attorney General was sued. The Attorney General was a party to the High Court proceedings approved, and if you are party to proceedings, you reserve the right to take any action at all that you think is available to you at law. That is what the Attorney General did. The comments on action day at the Supreme Court seeking to quash what went on at the High Court was not according to law, and it was granted by the court.
The Public Affairs Director of the Ghana Police Service, Superintendent Sheila Abeye-Bachman, says security measures are being effected to ensure a smooth and incident-free presidential inaugural ceremony. She, however, warned the public to stay away from Parliament House on January 6 and 7 or risk arrest.
Security will be provided by personnel of the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Armed Forces and security agencies. And we will provide the necessary security environment around all dignitaries attending the inaugural ceremonies. All the VIPs would be offered close protection as appropriate at the accommodation and every place they are earmarked to go. The venues will also be provided with maximum security. We are talking about the entire State House complex, the Accra International Conference Center, the Accra Sports Stadium, and the Black Star Square and their environs. All these places will be secured and patrolled by security personnel. Crash barriers will also be mounted at certain areas to cordon off and control movements to these venues, with security personnel directing movements. If you are not an invitation card bearing person, or you are not accredited to come close to these places, please stay away from these places on the 6th and on the 7th of January, that is Thursday in particular.
In our final story, a 43-year-old man has died in police custody shortly after his arrest by the Mile 7 police in Accra. The deceased Daniel Omari Abuaje was arrested for allegedly defrauding someone by false pretense. Confirming the incident, the PRO of the Accra Regional Police, Deputy Superintendent Ifiatenge, said Abuaje complained of being sick at about 10:30 on January 4, 2021, when he was arrested. He was taken to the police hospital and was treated and discharged. He said, however, the police attention was drawn to Abuaje's lifeless body in a cell soon after and was pronounced dead when he was conveyed to the police hospital. Thank you for watching. We will see you again tomorrow with another edition. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at Graphic GH. I am Juliet Echansafo.